Hey you guys, it's J Angel Raw Honey, and I'm back again with another video. And today I'm going to be doing something a little different. I wanted to do a review, basically my take on what's been going on with the Jaguar Wright shenanigans. I want to do a couple videos on this. If you remember, if you've been following my, and before I go any further, thank you for watching the video. Please subscribe, comment, like everything, and I will respond to you in the comments. But if you've been following me for a while, you will know that I made two videos about Jaguar Wright about 2 years ago. Okay. And the thing about it is everything that's going on, and if you haven't, if you're just now finding me, you can go back and look at those two videos that I did when she came out back in 2020. And I did get a lot of good feedback on those videos. But what I wanted to say before I go into some of the things that's been going on with her, everything that's going on right now with Jaguar, that everybody's acting like they're so outraged. Oh my God, I can't believe it. Look how she's behaving. Look how she's treating her husband, all that little type of stuff. None of this surprises me, not one little bit. And in my personal opinion, what I find even more pathetic than Jaguar Wright's antics and all the bullshit she's carrying on with are the people who are now jumping on the bandwagon and going against her and realizing how full of shit she is. Because here's the crazy thing: the people now who are all fake outraged with her and can't believe it. These are the same people that were cheering her along 3 years ago. Okay, I saw through Jaguar Wright from the very beginning. I never liked Jaguar Wright from the time she came back from the dead a couple years ago. I didn't like her then. I saw right through her. And what's so crazy to me is that these people are so illogical. People are talking about, oh yeah, the reason why she's acting the way she is because of Solar. No, it's not. And I'm not a big Solar fan either. But at the same time, I'm not, and I've been following Nature Boy Nate since he started back when he was in Honduras, like what, 5, 6, 7 years ago. But what I'm gonna say is, I'm not blaming Solar, Nature Boy, Carbonation, none of these people for her behavior. This is Jaguar Wright from day one. Okay, and I hate when people don't know how to take accountability, don't want to take no responsibility. I don't care how much you liked her, if you used to like her, you like her voice, you're a fan, whatever the case may be. This is all Jaguar. She needs to be accountable for herself. This is not Solar's fault, because if you've been watching closely, Jaguar's been acting like this. Jaguar has been unhinged. Jaguar has been acting crazy. Jaguar has been on a range on a destructive rampage since she came out 3 years ago. Made her comeback 3 years ago. This has nothing to do with Solar. Nobody put a spell on her. This is here now. This is her now. Do I think that there's some kind of like some kind, maybe something, there's some kind of spiritual warfare involved in this, some kind of demonic spirit that has jumped at her? I can believe that. I can believe that, especially from some of the things I've been hearing, and some of the things I've been hearing that she's dibbling and dabbling in. Like I heard she's been taking spiritual baths, which that can be a real slippery slope. But I'm not going to get into all of that right now. But the bottom line is that this is always been Jaguar Wright. It's just that y'all were too blind to see it before, because you were just so into, oh yeah, she into the whole thing of her, oh, where she's exposing the industry, she's telling the truth, she's putting everything out there, she's fearless, whatever, right? But y'all were ignoring a lot of things because you liked the bullshit that she was doing. Okay, I remember when she came out. First of all, she's never respected her husband, first of all. Okay, and her husband has always been a simp. He's always been quiet. He's always just kind of been her doormat to walk all over. He's actually become a lot more vocal now and has been speaking up a lot now. Why? Because it's gotten so bad that everybody is noticing it, noticing the disrespect and how she treats him. And so it's putting his manhood on the line. So now he feels like he doesn't have a choice but to speak up for himself. Now he has to prove himself to show that, hey, I'm not a simp. I'm not, just some punk that she just talks to any kind of way. But all these years, he's been pretty quiet and has been putting up with the garbage and has been letting her talk to him any kind of way. And mind you, I'm not going to sit here and say that he's any peaches and cream either, because I think he's crazy also. I mean, she's a nutball Sally, and So is he. He's got his PTSD. He's got all his little mental illness situations. This is basically the blind leading the blind. Okay, when she was acting crazy all these years, he never stopped her. Okay, but like I say, she's been acting like this. I remember back when she came out, go the same scams in the restaurants. She's been doing that. Y'all don't remember when she went to, I think it was Starbucks. She shouldn't try to act like she didn't have no money to pay for the food. There was another situation where she was at a hotel and I don't know what the hell happened, and she lied and said that the receptionist at the hotel was mistreating her because she overheard her talking about Mary J. Blige, which is a bunch of bullshit. And then she started recording the woman yelling at her, and actually on live, and screaming, saying the woman is trying, actually call the police. I remember she called the police on live and lied on the woman, telling them that she tried to pull a gun out on her and all this. You could have gotten that woman hurt. I mean, she's been doing crazy shit the whole time. Did y'all remember when her and Tasha K had their shit going on? And Tasha K was going to interview her relatives and how she was wilding out in the emergency room on the stretcher, making all these crazy videos. Like I said, nobody should be surprised at her behavior. It has gotten worse. It has gotten worse, and it's gotten more out of control. I think the more attention she gets, the more platforms she's on, is just the worse it's gotten. And I mean, everybody's talking to her. Even really huge platforms on YouTube are talking about this mess. So anyways, I wanted to look at a few videos. I'm going to be posting more than one video because I don't want the videos to be too ridiculously long. I'm going to just do them in parts because I want to go back to the live she did a couple of days ago when she was harassing Goomba. And then I also want to do another separate video where she calls up the mayor's office and just give my take on it. Now, just so y'all know, the videos that I do is playing and stopping to make my commentary. So if you already know that you don't like that you don't like when somebody is stopping to talk as the video goes along, then you might as well get off there right now, because that's how I do it. Some people just play the video and then they say what they want to say at the end. I play, I stop, and I say what I want to say. So if you don't like that, then you might as well get off the video right now. Okay, so I was going to play this straight from Instagram, but it's not going to let me pause the video to say what I need to say. So I'm going to be using this person's video, Zabanga Entertainment, so giving credit to them, but I'm going to be using the video that he screen recorded, and then I'm going to give my commentary. But so this one, she's going to be, her and Goomba are allegedly getting a divorce, supposedly. Do I believe it? It's really kind of hard to say because this is not, their first time at the rodeo. How many times have they got into it, acted like they were going to break up? Like even with the whole Solar situation, it looked like they were pretty much done and they got back together. Could he really be done this time? I mean, it looks, I think he should, but it's kind of hard to say because they go back and forth all the time. The problem is that Jaguar is very masculine. Okay, she's very masculine. She's very dominant. She likes to be in control 24/7. Any kind of relationship she has, not just, a romantic relationship, but also friendships, work relationships, any relationship that she's in with an individual, she has to be in control and she has to be dominant. And that does not always work. And then Goomba is more of a beta male, but he's trying to it looks like he's trying to come more into his alpha masculine energy, but it's really not working too well. But like I say, he's been taking her disrespect for so long, which he should have never done. And I think what this is also doing, when women are seeing the way that Jaguar is behaving, you have a lot of women out there who behave like Jaguar. And what's happening is that you have a lot of women who are looking at her and they're able to take a look at themselves, because I'm seeing some comments. If you look, I'm not going to go through those, but I'm seeing some comments from women who are like, oh my God, this is making me look at how I've treated my child's father or my husband. There's nothing cute about this behavior, okay? There's nothing cute about talking to your man, no disrespect, okay? Your man, if he's your king, you should put him on a pedestal and treat him as such. He should be treating you good and you should be treating him good. But I just think it's so disgusting when a woman thinks that she's going to emasculate her man and talk to him crazy, be disrespectful, put her hands on him. That is not cool at all. And I'm sorry, I don't believe for 1 minute that Goomba is as abusive to her as she says they are. I think that they abuse each other, but you're not going to make me believe that he's just beating on her all the time and doing all this crazy shit. I don't believe that, because she is so violent and aggressive. If you remember when she was at the barber shop with Goomba and Solar was there, when Goomba was about to attack Solar and then she was defending Solar, you should see the way she was coming at him, trying to fight like a man. So that alone lets me know, oh, this man is not just sitting here. You're just sitting there like some damsel in distress, having this man beat up on you all day. I don't believe that for 1 second. Another thing, Jaguar is bisexual, and there's nothing wrong with that. She's admitted that many times. But the reason I'm bringing this up is because she acts like a stud. So I'm actually wondering, what is this farce of you trying to carry on this marriage? The way that she behaves and she acts, her whole energy doesn't give me I even want to be with a man. That's the crazy thing. She acts like a man. So if anything, I would see you more so being with a woman, because she, like I say, she acts like a stud. She acts like a stud. She looks like a stud. There's nothing feminine or dainty about Jaguar Wright. So even if she is bisexual, to me, she seems like she leans more towards women. So I find there's something very strange about their relationship. And I'm looking at Goomba sideways too, because most men don't really want a woman so masculine. Like, there's nothing feminine about her. The way she dresses, just everything is just very man. She talks like a man. She communicates like a man. There's nothing sweet about her. So that really surprises me that even turns him on. But let's just get into it. Hold on. There we go. All right, so I'm about to start playing it.
There's something I have to... I can't hold it any longer. I've fallen in love with... Answer the phone, I said hello, and you just start snapping at me. Why are you snapping at me? Hello? Keep up.
And just so y'all know, that person you hear in the background going, that's Zulu. Okay, what am I saying? Zulu, Shaka. Okay, that's Shaka in the background, who he used to be a part of Carbonation. And one of the things I was observing about this video is that she's obviously not alone. I think in this video she is in Genesis' home. Okay, for those of y'all who don't know who Genesis is, I'm going to show you her page at the end of the video. If you go on Instagram, her page is DJ Genesis Detroit. Okay, this is a woman that has been allowing Jaguar Wright and her husband Goomba and Shaka and his wife and his kids all live with her in her home. Mind you, she has her own children as well. I think she got about 3 kids. And she's been letting Velvet and her kids come stay with her. So it looks like they have a little mini cult that's forming in her home, okay? And the whole situation is so pathetic. I'm like, why are you letting all these strangers come live in your house with your kids and just entertaining all this craziness? Look at all of the negative, toxic energy that Jaguar brings with her everywhere she goes. She wakes up on the bullshit. She goes to bed on the bullshit. There's no way in the world that I could imagine being around a woman like this for more than a minute. Like, as you can see, I like a peaceful home. The only people that's in with me in my house right now are my 2 dogs, and they downstairs. And my boyfriend's at work. He'll be home in like another couple of hours. But I like peace and I like quiet, okay? My dogs was getting on my nerves, so I put them up earlier. But I could not imagine having to listen to this all day long. And the crazy thing is that the people that are around her don't tell her no. They don't tell her that she's wrong. And that's one of the problems that Jaguar Wright has. She is used to having a lot of yes men around her. So whenever you challenge her, it's a problem. And even these people that are supposedly her friends on YouTube, like the Sean Davy Ways and the King Pains, these folks are not your friend, because at the end of the day, they're looking at you as a way for them to continue making money and getting a lot of likes and views. You're just a money grab for them. It's a fake relationship. I don't take any of these relationships that she has with these content creators seriously. The only person that I was going to say, I think King Pain actually had a conversation with her yesterday, and he did, actually tell her you know, that she was wrong the way she was acting at the police station. And I think Sean Davy Wade was trying to tell her the truth too. And I can't really watch him too much because he spends most of the time in his videos talking about who's mad, and he just kind of gets on my nerves. But none of these people are her friends. You know, you already saw what happened with Nosy Ho. I thought they were the best of friends, and they fell out. But she likes to have a lot of yes men around her. And I just could not imagine having my kids in the same room listening to this garbage. Okay. And you're going to hear, as she's talking, Shaka is sitting right there at the table, and he is basically co-signing everything that she's saying. She likes to pick, she only hangs around with people who are weaker than her. Look at this fake-ass Aaliyah daughter. Well, she's not Aaliyah's daughter. I'm not referring to her. That girl, Legina. Another goofball that she can take advantage of, that just goes along with it, whatever she says, who's not going to challenge her. That's what she likes. She cannot have any strong people around her because she has to be the strong one and the dominant one in every situation that she's in. But here she's calling Goomba, who obviously you can hear in his voice that he really don't want to be bothered. But she's going to continue calling him, and you're going to see how she's going to flip the script on him. Let's just keep watching. And she's actually showing herself listening to the recording. She already called Goomba and recorded it, and then she's playing it.
See? We up to life. We getting ready for work. That nigga still talking shit. Why do you keep hanging up on me? Why do you keep snapping at me? I'm not calling to argue with you. I'm calling to talk to you, and you're already prepared for a fight. Yes. Hello? What do you mean? What is it? Why can't you speak to me kindly? Why can't you be decent?
Okay, so you just saw what he said. He hung up on her and called her a bitch. But guess what? Does she deserve it? Of course. You talk to this man crazy all the time. That's why I cannot stand people like Jaguar Wright. You have a lot of people out there that's just like her who think that they could talk to you and come at you any kind of way, and it's okay. But then when you return that same energy, it's a problem. You talk to this man like total shit all the time. And the moment that he gets some balls and is giving it right back to you, you don't like it. He doesn't need to be nice to you. Wait, talk about, oh, y'all need to go to work. You really think after the way you've been treating this man, putting all his personal business online, we don't really know if this is true or not. I really can't say. But you're saying that he's a product of incest and the whole family screwing each other and all this sick shit that you're putting out. Like I said, we don't know if it's true or not. He hasn't really confirmed or denied anything. Whether it's true or not, why in the world would you put that out there? Like, if that was my spouse, let's say that was my situation and my spouse is telling all that stuff, I would not want to have nothing to do with you after that because you exposed a very vulnerable part of a person. That's unforgivable to me. You get what I'm saying? Whether it's true or not. It's like, what are you gaining from embarrassing your husband like that, but then you acting like you want him back? And I really hope women are looking at this and are really looking at this as a way to not act. If you've been acting like a Jaguar Wright, you need to change your ways right now. You're not finna keep no man. Because this kind of behavior is just disgusting.
What was this? While you were dropping her off to school. This is
in the background.
A little bit. Can you help me with all the birds? I'm crazy. That's crazy. Listen, who that nigga? Now, how does any of this, what he's doing, make sense? You about to hear it?
I don't know.
You know what? You can tell just by how Shaka sounds. I don't know. They're sitting back there going along with the bullshit, but I could even hear it in his voice that he's kind of over it. I think she intimidates the people around her so much to the point where they're just like, okay. But I think that they're kind of over it too. And I heard that Genesis threw her out. How true is it? I don't know. But she did do an interview with King World and said she did put Jaguar out. Maybe it was just too much drama in the house. I don't know. But that's what she says.
Gerald. Please leave your message. Morning, Drea. Thank you for your help. I'm sitting here with Shaka and the family. We're about to have a meeting. I got to go to the studio to have a meeting. We're all sitting here trying to talk to you, and you're busy calling me bitches and hanging up on me and hollering at me and saying I'm disrespecting you when all you've done is be disrespectful to me 3 times in a row. I just want to let you know I've recorded this call, and I'm about to post it online so people can hear what kind of fucking idiot you really are. Give me my fucking money back, bitch!
Yeah, that's the way to do it. You want to have a respectable, decent conversation with your husband, and you call him and harass him when he don't want to talk to you, thinking that, I hate when a person think that you could do me wrong and I'm supposed to just pop up and back to normal. Okay, let's go do our business together. Let's go to the meetings together like nothing ever happened. Hell nah. You know, that's just delusional of her to think that, you know, it's business as usual. The show is going on. No, it's not. You have worn this man out. And I think that he's finally over it. But once again, I don't know for sure. Because King Payne allegedly told her, I don't know how true this is. This is what I heard him say, that he had a conversation with Gerald and he said he wanted to come back home. If he does, I'm going to say this. If he decides to go back to her after all of this, I will not feel sorry for him at all. Whatever happens afterwards, it's just going to be on him if he's not really willing to walk away. But here's the thing. The reason why they are like a perfect match for each other, because they're both nuts. That's number one. And they both have had a life filled with, like, their childhood had a lot of trauma. And so it's like a trauma bond between them. And I think that both of them are with each other because who else are they going to be with? You know, Jaguar always likes to talk about, oh, I could have married this person. I could have been with this person instead of you. Give me a fucking break. Any man that you're talking about that you could have been with instead of Gerald, yeah, these men were willing to screw you, but I don't think these men were willing to really be in no long-term relationship with you, okay? Your ex-husband, Sam, I mean, that was back in the day when you were younger. I think you were crazy then, but I don't think you were anywhere near where you're at now. So yeah, when you were younger, you probably had a better chance, especially in the circles that you were in, of maybe having those type of relationships. But you're not going to make me believe that any man right now, some rich millionaire guy, is going to marry Jaguar Wright with all her craziness. There's no way. Now, Gerald has already admitted that she is the only woman who has stuck around with his PTSD, because from what I understand, it seems like his PTSD gets really out of control, and he just can really go off and everything that he has going on, and he has lost a lot of relationships as a result of that. He's already said a lot, and actually he said in that interview with Real Life Productions, I believe that's the name of the YouTube channel that they've interviewed on there like 10,000 times already, that every relationship that he's been with, the women have left, and that Jaguar is the only person who has stuck it out and has said, I'm not going to leave you. So I don't even know if this is a real relationship based on true love. I really think this is just convenience, and I don't want to be alone. You're the only person willing to put up with me. I'm the only person willing to put up with you, so let's just stick it out. Because who else is going to deal with this? You know, Jaguar is not really an attractive person. And when I say, I know she's not no ugly person, but her personality is so fucked up. Like, who would want to put up with that? So it's really hard to see the beauty in a person when they act like that. And then Goomba, I mean, that speaks for itself. So they really don't have that many options. I'm sorry. I'm just being honest. So it wouldn't surprise me if they did get back together after all of this. I think what it is, I think Goomba's very angry. I don't think Goomba wants to be with her, but he doesn't like being alone, and he knows that he doesn't really have that many other options, especially when you see their lives online like this. Everybody is seeing it. Who is really going to want to be with either one of them?
Or I'm going to the cops. And I am. Charlie, your son is about to go to jail for you. He think I'm fucking playing with him. Your son is about to go to jail for you, Charlotte. See, he's trying to upset me, so I'll go running to him. What he's mad about is that I haven't asked to see him. I don't need that.
At least it's had a damn shock in the background. Honestly, I question the sanity of anybody who would willingly want to be around Jaguar, who would want to be friends with Jaguar, who would want to live with Jaguar, who would want to work with Jaguar. I really question the sanity, because you could not be a mentally stable person to want to be around this 24/7 and to have your children around this. Children are like sponges, and they soak up whatever energies around them. This is real. I'm hearing the kids in the background. This is really what you want your kids to be sitting down, listen to this woman cussing, carrying on her husband, and just having all these manic episodes all day, and then you sitting there. And everybody that's in the house, except for the woman who owns it, except for Genesis, are a bunch of bums, because they're living with her, and that's all they do. That's the thing with these people in these cults. They preach all this knowledge and whatever, but they don't want to really sit down and work hard and have anything for their own. They always just looking for somebody they could live off of. You think these folks is paying that lady any rent? No. Now, I'm pretty sure there's some government assistance going on, I'm sure. So I'm pretty sure they all getting food stamps and, probably helping to buy food and stuff. But I don't think that they really contribute in no steady money. So this lady who's a damn sucker is sitting there paying all the rent, the bills, and everything, taking care of these grown-ass people. And these people just sitting in the house all day, just going over drama all day long with their kids.
I don't need that at all. Fuck him. And I mean that. Fuck any nigga that try to get in between what me and God got going on. He's supposed to be a Christian. And yet he tries to stop and undermine everything that I do. Don't that sound like he working for the devil? I don't know. Let's listen to the rest of the call, because that was the voicemail that I left. And then there was another call. He called right back after he hung up.
Y'all, mind you, this is very early in the morning. I remember watching this live when she put it out. I was supposed to post this video a couple days ago, but the first video I did got messed up. But I just want to take note that when she did this was early in the morning. This was between 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. So this is what you do early on God's morning, just starting the day with the dramas, trying to figure out who you can war with early in the morning before you do anything. This is how you start your day. And it's how you start everybody else's day, everybody in that house. This is not a peaceful environment. That's why, Genesis, you're a damn fool for letting this woman into your house. Especially anybody who's seen how Genesis had behaved over the years. There was another lady I had spoken to. I cannot remember her name, but there was another lady I had spoken to a while back, and there was this guy I was friends with. He had a channel that was up and coming, but I think it was too much drama for him, so he shut his channel down. But he had actually interviewed the lady that Jaguar was staying with a couple years ago. This was back in like 2020. Her and her husband was staying with this lady. It was a pretty lady, and she had, I think she had 2 or 3 kids. I think she had 2 kids. I can't remember. And she was living with Alabama. And when I tell you, Jaguar brought so much drama to this lady's life. Okay, and basically just came into her house, was basically trying to run the show, trying to take over her house, trying to tell her how she gonna talk to her kids. I mean, it was just a mess. She took over the lady's bedroom. I mean, she was disrespecting her. It was the most pathetic thing, to the point where the woman had to put her and Goomba out. So they have a pattern of this. They just go around finding different suckers to live with and then just bringing drama into their lives. And I just could not imagine dealing with this crap.
Hello? Hello?
You know you can hear me. Stop playing.
We're having a meeting today.
Who's we?
The whole team.
Who's we?
The team.
What team?
Now you don't know what team you're a part of?
I'm asking you a simple question. You can answer the question or you...
Philadelphia in real life street stars.
There you go.
Why are you talking to me like this? Why are you talking to me like this?
Jonathan ain't told me about no meeting because I'm a bitch ass nigga. I'm a whole ass nigga, right? I'm a pussy ass nigga, right?
What?
Somebody in the comments just said she's giving stud vibes and she probably don't really want a relationship. I've been saying that. Jaguar, stop wasting this man's time. You do not want to be married to no man. You want to be with a woman. Okay, I don't know what you're gaining by carrying on this show. I don't know if it's just because you like the attention, you like being in the spotlight, whether, because you have some people who love attention, even if it's bad attention. Bad attention is better than no attention. And you could tell that Jaguar did not get a lot of attention as a child because I think, from what I understand, I think her mother favored her sisters to her. So she's never really had a lot of attention like that. Even her career. That's the reason why she was so mad and has talked so much shit about people like Jill Scott and Erica Badu, who were actually talented singers in the neo soul genre, and she wasn't. I mean, yes, she can sing, but let's just be honest. Jaguar Wright was not all that. Okay, I remember Jaguar Wright from back in those days. The only thing I remember for her for was when she was on that Roots song. I remember her in the Coca-Cola commercial. I remember when she did the Jay-Z was it the Jay-Z Unplugged concert. And once again, that concert more so centered around Jay-Z. People might have remembered her voice, but I think a lot of people probably forgot all about her after that. And I do remember that Coke commercial she was in. I remember the song she did, the What Ifs, which I didn't even really like the song. Jaguar Wright to me was never one of my favorites. I love Jill Scott. I love Erica Badu. I love The Roots. I think that all those people were great. But Jaguar Wright was never like the it girl back in those days. I think she tries to act like she was more than she really was. I think she only came out with like one album. I don't think that album really did anything. So like I said, she's really more known for the Jay-Z Unplugged concert. That was it. And I think people are starting to remember some of the other things that she's done. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I've always liked The Roots. I only found out when she came out that, she was the one that sang that particular song with The Roots. I remember the song, but I never seen them sing it live to know that she was the one in the background. But she's never been a Jill Scott, she's never been an Erica Badu, a Mary J. Blige, any people that she hates on talk shit about. And she's been jealous. She's never gotten any real attention in her life. Like I say, whether it be from her childhood, from her family, these relationships, her career. So this is the first time in her whole entire life that she has gotten any kind of spotlight, any kind of attention. Think about it. And she's loving it, even though it's negative attention, but it's still attention. And she thrives off of that. That's the reason why she goes live every day, all day. But like I said, you're going to hear, and so you got to be careful with men because men have a very fragile ego. You call this man all kind of horrible names, and you think that he's just going to want to bounce right back. You can hear him. If you notice, every time they talk, he always brings up the names that she calls him because it has really hurt him. And, and she enjoys hurting others, as you can see.
I see you right underneath you, right? I'm beneath you?
Everything that you're doing is beneath me. Like, even this, what you're doing right now is beneath me.
Are you want to listen? Who is this?
You don't want to sit down? Okay, go ahead.
You hear her? Oh yeah, you're beneath me. Everything you're doing is beneath me. That's the problem, Jaguar. You have a superior complex. You think that you're up here and everybody else is down here. You don't even respect your man. You're telling him that he's beneath you. Everything he does is beneath you. So if you really feel that way, why are you calling him? Why are you still... Because to me, it looks like you're still trying to save your marriage in a really weird way.
Hello?
I'm doing my last, okay?
Hello?
Who is that talking in the background?
It's Shaka. He's sitting right here.
Hey, what you doing over there?
What do you mean?
Don't you got a family to take care of?
Well, it's hard to take care of them when I have no finances to take care of them with.
You need to check the money for the bank. You need to find your mama check me in the bank.
No.
Yeah.
No.
You use my mother for the check.
Yeah, well, it's the first. So of course money can't.
Okay, so here more has been revealed. Now, this part I already knew. For all y'all that don't know, Jaguar has her mother living with her. Now, that to me is very strange because Jaguar has siblings, and I'm trying to figure out who thought her sisters. I think one of her sisters was on Tasha K interview. Why did your family members who know how mentally unhinged you are, know how crazy you are, know how you're unstable, mentally unstable, financially unstable, the whole shebang? Why would y'all trust your mother in the care of Jaguar Wright? That to me, that really blew my mind when I found that the mama was living with her. I'm like, are y'all for real? So basically, she got her mama living with her, and she's all of them be obviously living off the check, off the mama check, because for all y'all that don't know, the mama is a retired teacher, so she's still getting her retirement check from that because she was a teacher for the Philadelphia public schools. So trust me, she getting a nice little check from that. Plus, she getting her Social Security. So that is what Jaguar is living off of, because Jaguar nor Goomba is working any kind of steady job right now. Plus, Goomba gets a disability check from the military. And let me tell y'all something. That's probably a nice check too. Because I have a friend who was getting disability from the military, and she was getting a nice check every month. It's not a little tiny check. Depending on what percentage he got, and he might have gotten 100%. So he might be getting a good $2,000 to $3,000 a month just off of that. So they're good, but I could tell they don't manage their money properly. But if with his check and her check and whatever money they're supposedly making from Philadelphia and these little bullshit ass shows that she get, which that's going to drop, because with all these shenanigans she's going on, ain't too many people going to be coming out to see her perform. And I doubt too many people going to want to play in her band or anything like that. But with the money that they're getting, they could have probably afforded to have their own apartment a long time ago, but it seems to me like they like to live this nomadic lifestyle where they're just like all over the place. But there you go. She was crying broke. People are donating to her, and Goomba just revealed that her mama check should have came in the mail and deposit in the account already.
You see that? You see him hang up again. Go sit in.
And you heard what Goomba said when he said who that in the background. She said was shocking. He's like, oh, don't he have a family to take care of? See, so that lets me know they don't. You see, that's the thing. I don't think Goomba has a good relationship with any of these people that Jaguar surrounds herself with. And let me just say this: Jaguar goes out of her way to insert herself into these people's lives, because she was the one that started following Carbonation. She was the one that used to go live on Bigo. Like I said, this woman does not have her job. But I remember she used to sit on Beagle like all day, talking and debating with Nature Boy. But I think that she fell in love with that type of lifestyle, because then she started following all the cult members. You should have seen when Solar was in Texas, she was the one that reached out to him. She was so excited to find out that Solar and Shaka were in Texas, and she reached out to them. So these people, so she kind of really pushes herself into these people's lives. She was the one that was all trying to be in Velvet's business. Now Velvet is living with this darn lady. So it's just a big mess, but she likes this, and now she calls herself the priestess of a Carbonation Island. So it looks like now they're trying to start a new cult. But I'm like, a new cult based off of what? Craziness? What spirituality are y'all really trying to get into? What knowledge are y'all really getting into? What is this based off of? Like, if this is your new organization where you're living in somebody else's house, rent free, listening to Jaguar rant and rave and argue with her husband all day, really, in front of children.
How does this make sense? Please explain how I'm the bad guy. No, see, this is the shit that he does in the background, and then he tells his little side story to everybody else online. But this is how he really acts. He hung up because he just realized someone else was listening. Now tell me that don't sound like a big grown-ass overgrown kid. This is kid shit. You sit.
If you hear a shock in the background, he just keeps saying, Anytime a person just keep going, they're really not interested in anything you're talking about. I'm pretty sure Shock deep down in his mind knows that this lady's nuts. But guess what? They none of them have a place to live. They need to continue bumming off this lady, DJ Genesis. So they just got to kind of put up with each other's bullshit. But I could tell Shaka is not really interested in any of this shit right here.
You're playing all of these games with people's fucking time.
What's a nigga?
The one that I pretended I was going to have sex with online, live on Sean Davy Wade's show and on Instagram to piss him off. Ain't nothing happened. He's just an artist. Hi, girl. And I told him him. I was like, I did it to make you jealous. Gerald, we just decided to start without you. Fuck you, bitch.
Again, keep listening to Shock in the background. All he keeps saying is, He doesn't give a shit. He is low key judging you in his mind, thinking that you're a big idiot. But like I say, for whatever reason, they need to continue being there. But this whole situation is just so ridiculous. And like I say, what grown ass woman, mind you, let me just tell y'all, Jaguar is no spring chicken. Jaguar is older than me. Jaguar gotta be like in her mid to late 40s by now. I think Jaguar about like 45, 40. Let me see. I think she was 44 when she came out with this bullshit. So Jaguar about 46, 47 by now. What grown-ass woman is playing these little reindeer games with their husband talking about, oh, I just told you I was going to screw with this Jamaican dude to make you jealous. That is so young. Nobody should be doing that. You don't play those type of games. It wasn't like you said it and you corrected yourself. You let him know early on that you were just saying that. But that is a dangerous game to play. You don't do that. You never, like I say, when you're young, you do stupid shit. But when you're a grown person, you never play those type of games and, oh, I'm just going to make you jealous, because that can always backfire, because now he doesn't believe you.
Can't trust you. Okay. That's Gerald. This is the real Gerald. The real.
As you can see, somebody in the comments said that this woman has real talent but has reduced herself to this, and it's tragic. It really is. Like I say, I'm not the biggest fan of Jaguar and her music. I really don't think her music is all that, but it doesn't take away from the fact that she is a talented singer. So for her, instead of her channeling her energy towards that, you see, when she came out, she could have used the spotlight she was getting as an opportunity to rebuild her career. Even if she decided to expose a few things in the industry that we already knew, mind you. It wasn't like she told us anything new. Everything she brought was secondhand news, mind you. But at the time, she was still likable by a lot of people. Not all, but she was still likable by a lot of people. She was gaining fans, new fans, old fans. So she could have taken that and run and just been like, you know what, I'm going to use this as an opportunity to come back out with some music. Because I heard a few things that she was putting out, and some of the things she was putting out sounded okay. So she really should have been focusing on that, performing live, streaming her music, whatever. But no, you've basically turned your brand into a gossiping channel and just turned your life into a soap opera. That's what you've done.
You, Gerald, Lahoskin, Johnson, Jr.
Please leave your message for
Nigga, that ain't even really your name. Now we not answering because we're embarrassed.
Focus on your career. What career, girl?
Check your voicemail. That's all I can say. Check your voicemail, because I mean every word. Well, at least you know that this is all to get my attention. This is all to force me to be at his beck and call, to be under his foot. Don't call me now. We can talk online, honey. Turn that one on. Would you like to go live with me?
You see this? You can, if y'all even look at this lady's face, you can see the craziness in her eyes. This is not a normal, sane person. And I really hate what people are doing nowadays, especially these so-called celebrities that just put all their business online, and then you want to get mad when people are giving their opinion or giving whatever critique. Why can't people just have a private conversation anymore? Like, this really, the whole world, we should not know what's going on in your marriage. We shouldn't know about Goomba's family background or whatever going on, whether it's true or not, I don't know. Allegedly, all this incest and the family members doing all this craziness, I don't know. But at the end of the day, none of us should even know this stuff, first of all. And you see, like I said, she likes her life being on display. Like I said, she has turned her life into a full-time soap opera. You have no more fans, Jaguar. Everybody who's watching you is just watching you for entertainment. That's all. I got injured last week. I can't go back to work for like another 2 weeks, so I'm home and I have a lot of time on my hands. So guess what? I've been using you as entertainment. That's it. I still think that you're crazy, but you're very entertaining and this whole situation is very funny to me. And that's pretty much the majority of people who are watching you. You are just a live soap opera for us to watch and get our shits and giggles off of. But as you can see, the man is trying to call her back, and she would rather talk on live once again to get more views, to get more money, because you'd be surprised, as this is all going on, you have a lot of idiots out there who are going to be donating to her Cash App, especially because she keeps crying that she's broke and the husband took all her money, which is not true from what it looks like. He's the one that has the income, and she has money coming in, but as you can see, she's not the best manager of her money either. But let's see what happens when Goomba comes on live.
How about you send me an invitation and we go live? He's killing himself. He's ruining. All he does is ruin relationships and run.
Jaguar, that sounds like you. You're projecting right now. You're going to sit down here and say this man, all he does is ruin relationships and run. This is what you do since you've been back on the scene. Look, first of all, let's go back to even in your so-called career. Look at all the bridges that you've burned. There's nobody in the industry that would ever want to work with you. First of all, you can't hold water for anything. You sound like you're just a big gossip, first of all. You tell everybody's personal business. You even expose your own business. So you sitting there talking about, oh, he burns bridges and all this. This is what you do. You ruin relationships and run. You have no relation. There's not one person in this industry that will work with you or have anything to do with you. Not one. That's the reason why you have to go running around on YouTube platforms. You ain't going on nobody Breakfast Club. I know that. Why you can't get on there with what's his name? With Charlemagne and DJ Envy. They not finna have you up on a show. You not finna be on there with Angie Martinez, any of these people, Power 105, whatever. You have burnt all your bridges. You had a nerve. I remember one time she had a nerve to say that she wants to do a concert again, that her and Jay-Z need to reunite to do that song over again. Are you for real? No. First of all, that song cry that she had sang over on the Unplugged, there was another version where he did a live. This was years ago. This was back in the 2000s, where he did that song again. Because the only time he ever sang that song with Jaguar Wright, I think, was at the Unplugged concert. But he sang that song again on another occasion where Mary J. Blige sang that part on the song Cry from Blueprint. And guess what? It sounded darn good. So guess what? If he ever wants to come back and do another concert ever, I mean, first of all, Jay-Z's a billionaire, so he doesn't even have to make another song. He doesn't have to do anything. Anytime he does music, it's just he wants to do it. But he's making so much money on all his other business ventures. He's not even worried about that right now. But if he did decide, hey, I want to make more music, I want to do another concert, I want to do that Blueprint album again, the songs or whatever, he ain't calling you. I'm going to tell you that right now. He finna call Mary J. Blige and have her sing on the background. That's it, because that's who he had sing on it the last time, and it actually sounded really, really good. So, like I said, this lady's just delusional. Let's see how this live go.
Ruin relationship, run. Ruin relationship, run. Ruin relationship, run. And then when the relationship comes back to face him, I don't know you. I never met you. That's that nigga. That's the nigga he really is. It's so fucking pathetic.
I'm sorry, this is like out of nowhere, but Jaguar just looks so dirty to me. If you look at Jaguar look like she don't even take a fucking bath. Like, to me, she just look like she don't even look like, that's how I know she on drugs, because allegedly she literally is up all day feeding into drama. She's up all day trying to figure out, up all night trying to figure out who she can cuss out or whatever the case may be. She just looks nasty and greasy. She don't even look like she jumped in the shower. Like, she don't even brush her teeth. Like, her whole day is just surrounded by drama and eating and shitting, because as you're going to find out later on, she has some kind of IBS problem, which is obviously a result of her diet. So, I mean, and that's a whole nother story, but she just looks so funky to me.
Honey, if you want to talk to me, how about you talk to me right now online? We can go live right here. And then people can meet the real you. They can see. See, I've been sparing you this for the past 4 years. Covering for you. Covering for you.
Yeah, I'm here now.
Hi.
Good morning. And since you want to record everything, and since you want to
Yeah, I do.
everything now,
Clearly, I need to record everything because you're so disloyal and so distrustful.
You're disloyal, and you're so distrusting.
How?
And you're going to go fucking...
How am I disloyal?
You trying to go suck some dick so you can feed your family when you ain't got no fucking food because you living off my motherfucking check? Have you checked your
I wasn't living off of your check. You didn't have any check. Your check had been spent out weeks ago. All we do is live on my money, and you know that, and I can prove it. But what I am going to do after I finish this live, I'm going to take the text thread of the past 24 hours, and I'm posting it online so people can see how you talk to me, how you treat me in your own.
Look at how these people start their day off. Look at Goomba. Goomba got a whole bunch of coal at the corner of his eye. Y'all ain't even get up in the morning. You ain't even brush your teeth. You ain't take a shower. You ain't had no... Did y'all even have a piece of fruit? Some water? Anything? Did you meditate? Anything? Did you do anything positive in the morning? But y'all wake up on this shit. But it is funny, though. He says it to her. He says... You've been living off of my check. Then she gonna go and backpedal and say, oh no, your check was spent out weeks ago. We're living off of my money. Jaguar, you have no money. Because if you had money, you wouldn't always be living in somebody else's space. You've been doing this since you came on the scene. And I'm pretty sure you were doing it before. They do not have their own apartment. They do not have their own house. I think Genesis tried to lie and say she had her own apartment. No, she doesn't. Jaguar has been doing this. They basically live out that car and they live out of hotels. And if they can find a sucker to live with for a while, they're going to do it. And you'd be surprised how many suckers are out there, because it's before it got this bad, when she was just on the spreading the truth rampage, you would be surprised at how many people were in the comments saying, oh, Jag, I love you, when she was out here in Atlanta looking for Tasha K. Even all that craziness. That's what I'm saying. When people are like, oh my God, I can't believe it. She's been showing her craziness all these years. I remember when she and Tasha K were going at it. I remember there's a video. If you go on her Facebook page, the video is still there, where you will see her and Goomba in the car driving around in a subdivision in Georgia looking for Tasha K so they can go confront her. I mean, come on. But like I say, Jaguar doesn't have any money. Okay, like I said, if she had money, she would not be going from pillar to post. And I'm sorry, that Philadelphia bullshit, they're not making no real money off of that. I went on their thing. They really don't have that many subscribers to that exclusive content page they supposedly have. They really don't have that many subscribers on there. I'm gonna tell you the truth. And why should they? First of all, you guys pretty much put out all of your crazy content online for free. We can see all your bullshit on your Instagram, and you have a gazillion people who are gonna screenshot. So even if you try to delete it, it'll be too late, because you have people there who have their notifications and alarms on. So the moment you go live, they are screen recording it immediately and posting on a channel. So nothing ever really goes away. So nobody's gonna pay to be on Philadelphia for any exclusive content, where you pretty much put everything on YouTube and Instagram for free. And like I say, it's not like you're doing any big concerts at Carnegie Hall. You're basically doing little shows at these little hole-in-the-wall clubs, and that's going to start to dwindle down, because with all the drama that you bring, no club owner is going to be letting you come into a club like that performing. So that's about to fizzle out in a second. I mean, she just admitted the other day that her whole band quit, taken up with Goomba. Where everybody's seeing the way you act, nobody's going to want to work with you. So even your mediocre singing career, that's about to go up in smoke too.
Own words.
This is the last words I have to say to you. I'm done with you.
Okay. See?
See what?
That's the real him.
And we're seeing the real you. And we're seeing the real you, so what's the difference? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're sitting here talking about, oh yeah, that you're seeing the real him. We're seeing the real you. And you guys, you can see, somebody was streaming earlier saying that, oh, she doesn't look like someone who's going through a divorce because the look she had on her face right here in this moment. You could tell in that moment when he hung up on her and said, I'm done with you. And she was like, oh, okay. You could tell that she is kind of hurt by that, because she's so used to the roller coaster ride. She's so used to treating this man however, and them having these retarded fights and this back and forth, and it just coming right back together like nothing happened. But everybody has their breaking points. I think he's over it. Like I say, if they get back together, it wouldn't surprise me, because sometimes people are so used to the drama, you know, and they're so used to toxic. Normal isn't normal, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Goomba wants to be in a nice, calm relationship with a nice, calm woman, it probably wouldn't even feel right to him, because he's so used to these drama-filled relationships with Jaguar and whoever else. So, but yeah, let's let's watch what she does next.
Now, everything else that I have to say is directed to Charlotte Johnson.
Oh, here we go.
Charlotte Wright Johnson. This is what you've done to your son's mind. This is what you've done to his life.
And see, she likes to deflect. This is all about her, and her bullshit. And instead of her just focusing on her and what her husband got going on, now you're gonna bring his mother into it, his family. And like he said, his family has absolutely nothing to do with any of this.
He's now about to be arrested for assault and battery, terroristic threats, grand larceny, stalking, cyber stalking, and a couple other things that y'all don't know about.
Okay, cyber stalking, you and harassment. Lady, you've been calling this man all morning when he don't want to talk to you. You're harassing him online. So wouldn't this be cyber stalking? Plus, you doxed him because for some of y'all who don't know, if you look on her page, she released all of their text messages that they've been having lately, which also showed his phone number. So all this stuff you're talking about, this is what you could get charged with. So what the hell are you talking about?
I've been the keeper of your secrets, Gerald. I protected you, Gerald. I tried to protect you from your family because they're really the fucking worst human beings ever.
Guys, the Jaguar can't keep a secret to save her life. That's what I'm trying to say. Jaguar is nobody's friend. And I still have seen a few idiots who still are riding for her, still offering her a place to stay. You'd be a damn fool at this point. Anybody who would offer her to come to their home, will offer her any kind of friendship, is an idiot, because she's nobody's friend. She's disloyal. She tells everybody's business. And I've noticed over the years, anytime she's friends with someone, once the friendship falls apart, she turns on them and just tells all their business. She does it all the time. So when she said, I was a keeper of your secrets, girl, you can't keep nobody's secrets. Nobody needs to tell you anything.
They're just terrible. You're the best of them. And I've always told you that. But you're so busy trying to get their approval and trying to get their loyalty that you're willing to sabotage our company, my company, actually. You know, everything is mine, Gerald. I just allowed you to be a part of it. I never wanted anyone to accuse you of living off of me. So I hired you and I gave you a title, which, by the way, you don't live up to. It's 9 a.m. Everybody's here, ready for work, and you're wherever you are, cursing and being mad and talking about me sucking some Jamaican's dick. Maybe I should. That was a joke just to piss you off.
And you see what she said a while ago, and this is a problem that a lot of women do, especially in our community. She said, everything is mine. Everything is in my name. I just allowed you to be a part of it. I just allowed you to work for me. You see this bullshit? And a lot of women do this. A lot of women have this superior complex, and they like to treat their men like they're beneath them. They feel that because maybe they own a company or they have the career or they're making more money than the guy, that all automatically makes them superior to that man. And they feel like they can dominate and control that man as a result. And that's not how it works. And that's not cool at all. You know what I'm saying? First of all, if you feel like you're beneath or above a man, then why are you with him in the first place? But you have a lot of women who like to intentionally get with men that might not be doing as well as them, that might not have as much as them, and as a way to control that man, feel that they can have that way so that they can feel superior and they can feel better. And that's not cool. And I also feel like a lot of this is exaggerated. I mean, the two of y'all are married, so technically everything y'all have is 50-50, first of all. And let's just be honest, your company really ain't doing shit, because you keep bragging about how you have this company and all that, but yet you are living with people and their children, causing all kind of ruckus, not paying any rent. You've been doing it all these years. Just the other day, you were begging for food from a Jamaican restaurant and offering to go in the back to give the guy head for a damn large oxtail and rice and peas dinner. So what are you talking about?
Maybe I really should go get me some hot Jamaican dick. And it won't be the guy at the store. You know exactly who I'm talking about.
Here we go.
The plastic surgeon, the world-class drummer, loved me very much. And I dumped him for you. Do you know how much better my life would have been if I had married Antonio? If I had waited and just married Antonio and not done you, my company would have been a hell of a lot further than it is right now. He's a fucking doctor. He's a surgeon. What are you, Gerald? Oh yeah, you're what I made you.
And what is that? What did you make him? Because you said that he's sorry. You said that he's a bitch ass nigga. You said that he is the laziest man you've ever met. So that says a lot about you. That must be a reflection of you. You said that you made him, but everything you've ever said about him has been negative. So that doesn't even make any sense. And like I said, this so-called surgeon, he was never going to marry you, Jaguar. Just cut the shit, okay? Whoever this man is, he definitely wants you now. That's for damn sure. But trust me, y'all, that story is very exaggerated. Oh, he loved me and I could have married him, but I married. First of all, who the hell would turn down if this story is true, which I doubt it is, because it has a lot of holes in it. But if this story was true, who in their right mind would turn down a surgeon who was a millionaire making all kind of money to be with a Goomba? Let's just be honest, Goomba ain't really that attractive, okay? That's number one. Okay, I'm sorry. Goomba ain't really cute, okay? But he got them beady eyes. He is just not attractive to me. So if you had this wonderful man who was making all this money, who would turn that down to be with a retired military Goomba who suffers from PTSD and is supposedly the laziest man you've ever met in your life? You know why you went with Goomba? Because that was the best you could get. That surgeon didn't want you because if that whole story you just said was true, you would have married him and been with him. But he didn't want you. He didn't want to marry you, this imaginary man. If this story is true, yeah, he might have been screwing you, but I don't think that man was trying to marry you. That's the reason why you jumped with Goomba. Trust me, if you had a better option, you would have went in that direction. You're not going to make me believe that you had the option of being with a surgeon who is making a whole bunch of money to be with an unemployed military unemployed veteran who's on disability, who's lazy and has PTSD. That would make no sense, Jaguar. So please stop it.
Charlotte, your son finna go to jail, Charlotte, and then you and your con artist husband are gonna be going right with him.
Wow.
My.
How? She keeps talking about how she's gonna run to the cops. Jaguar, you already have a really horrible reputation with the cops. The cops in DeSoto do not take you seriously. Every time you try to go to the cops, you end up getting arrested because why? You can't control yourself. You're very irate. You go in there, you're very disrespectful. You go in there, you start yelling and cursing people out, disturbing the peace, and then you end up getting arrested. You've been actually making harassing phone calls to police department, the mayor's office, the whole shebang, and think these folks is finna take you seriously. So no, ain't nobody going to jail. The only person who will probably go to jail again is you, because every time you go up there trying to make a report, you don't know how to control yourself, and they end up taking you in for disturbing the peace anyway.
Maybe I should go down to Austin, Charlotte. Who that? Oh, that's answer it. Answer it.
Wow.
Hello? Who's this?
This is Gerald. You don't know my number?
Well, no, it came up as Jaguar on Az's phone.
What?
No, you called Az's phone. This is Az's phone.
Genesis' phone. I called Monica's phone.
No, this is Az's phone.
Well, here it says Genesis Martin's wife.
Well, then I guess you you programmed it the wrong way. Joe, you don't even know who you calling?
What was that Shaka?
Shaka's sitting right here laughing at you because you sound like a whole fucking nut. See, this is what happens. You went down to that shop and you bought all that weed with fentanyl in it from Bobby, and now it done fucked up your mind.
Oh boy.
All that fucking weed with fentanyl from Bobby done fucked up your mind. Because that's what we all was smoking that fentanyl weed that day at the barbershop when I got fucking beat up. You've been smoking that fentanyl weed and it done fucked up your mind. Shaka here. Talk to your friend.
Now you throwing Shaka into it, saying, "Oh, he's laughing at you." So now you're trying to create discourse between them. This is just going totally left. And now we're gonna do another video on this, where now she's going after Legend's barbershop, because she has to keep her storyline going. So now she has to find something else to start with. So now she's going against the DeSoto Police Department, the mayor. She's trying to destroy the Legend's barbershop. But that's the next thing she's talking about, that they were smoking fentanyl weed and that Gerald's losing his mind. But guess what? The only person who's acting crazy is you. So if you were smoking that weed too, if this weed supposedly had fentanyl in it, I wonder who it was really affecting. Because the only person who's acting crazy and irate is you.
See, he trying to protect everybody. He want to protect his mama, his daddy, his sister, his brother. He want to protect Bobby. What about his wife?
But are you protecting your husband? See, that's the thing, Jaguar. It goes both ways. You want your husband to protect you, but in turn, you should be protecting him, and you're not. How are you protecting your husband? By exposing him, disrespecting him online in front of the whole world, telling all his personal family business. Well, I don't know if it's true or not. I'm going to keep saying that because he really hasn't confirmed or denied anything that she's saying about his family is true. But nothing that you have done is trying to protect him. Bringing other people into your marriage. Solar should never have been rolled around y'all as a third wheel, ever. And I'm hearing rumors that you slept with Solar. So it's like, what the hell? But he's your nephew. Your fake-ass nephew. Now you have this damn goofy Legina now running around hanging with y'all. You have destroyed your marriage. And you're not protecting your husband. You don't have his best interests at heart. So, like I said, that's why nothing she says that makes any sense. Everything that she accuses him of doing is what she's doing.
What about his wife? He worried about saying, is he calling? Did he just call me another bitch? Oh, by the way, he calls me bitches all the time. When y'all hear me call him bitch ass nigga, it's in response to all the times he calls me bitch. Legina, I'm live on Instagram right now. Can you please come in for a second, baby?
Now, here we go. Here she brings this idiot out. And how is it? Is this really supposed to save the day? You really think bringing out Legina is supposed to let's take you seriously? This part's hilarious, y'all. Let's look at this part. And people stop telling him to go home to his wife.
Oh, now he trying to guilt you that you didn't warn him that I was recording. Midget. I want to ask you a couple questions on camera if you don't mind.
Okay.
Do I love my husband?
Yeah, she do. Like, even if one of you might hear nut up on him, she always makes sure he's straight. She go back and check on, make sure he eats. She makes sure, like, her responsibility towards him.
Does Gerald support my family financially, or do I support my family?
All I know is you. All I know is you. I can't say for him because even when he tried to give her money, he said he give her money, but when she tried to use it, she gave none on her card. So.
Wow.
How am I making myself look bad, Gerald? Idiot, dumb fuck. Wow. Oh, I don't know the pen. Yeah, see, he does that. He curses at me. I'm doing all of this live online because at this point in time, it's very clear that I need to have cameras on me at all times. Nobody believes me. Nobody believes anything that I say.
You might say that he used choice words, but he used choice words too.
Oh, no, he uses a lot more choice words than I do. I only respond in retaliation because of the disrespect. You don't fucking treat people that take care of you as well as I take care of him.
Even when she do feel bad, when she tries to be nice to him, that's when he do.
The nicer I am, the meaner he is. Yeah. See, let me explain something to y'all about my husband's lineage.
All right, guys, so we're going to stop there. Hold on.
Honey, if you want to talk to me.
All right, y'all. So we're gonna stop there. Okay, so the video ended here. I'm not gonna do a review on what she says about his family because it's just too disgusting. But that whole thing with Legina coming out at the end is really pathetic and ridiculous. First of all, Legina's only been there for a couple of days. I think she's been there maybe for a week or two. So she's not really a credible source to really, support anything that you're saying. And let's just be real. Legina is not all mentally there. Legina looks like she's on the spectrum. And Legina looks like she's terrified of you. She's like a little, it basically was like a little 5-year-old coming to co-sign everything that you say. Yeah, it's you. Yeah, you're the only one that does this and that. It's like, girl, give me a damn break. That did not work. Legina is not going to go against you anyway. Everybody who's around you is obviously afraid of you, even Shaka, because he sits down there and co-signs on all the bullshit that you're saying anyway. Everyone is deathly afraid of her, including Legina. So, of course, I mean, what she thought? You were going to come bring Legina out and be like, oh, do I love my husband? No, you don't. She's not going to go against you. She's whatever you say she's going to do, she's going to go along with everything that you're saying. So that was just ridiculous. Anyway, y'all, this video kind of went a lot longer than I I wanted it to. I hope you guys enjoyed, but yeah, like I say, I'm gonna continue watching what's going on. I do want to do a video on her call to the mayor, because now she's trying to expose the barber shop, which to me, I think she's really starting to play a dangerous game. So we'll just see what happens. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, like, comment. I do like communicating with people in the comments. I will continue making videos on this topic, and I will see you later. Bye.